Thank you all for coming today and choosing to honor veterans and show your support of our heroes, past and present. I am Brigadier General Anne Marie Anthony, the Director of the Joint Electromagnetic Operations Center at United States Strategic Command. It is a pleasure to be here to recognize our veterans for their service and sacrifice to our nation. Veterans Day is a celebration of Americans' veterans for their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good. We honor all of our military men and women that have given years of their lives to serve our country. And I know I can say with pride, as I'm sure all of the veterans here can as well, we are honored to have served in the greatest military in the world.
Here on land and sea, first to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines. So here's to the Coast Guard marching song we sing on land and sea. Through surf and storm and howling gale, high shall our purpose be. Say we're always ready. Semper Paratus is our guide, our fame, our glory to
On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, the fighting of the war to end all wars, World War I, had officially come to an end. 1918, the war to end all wars. 9 million soldiers dead, 21 million soldiers wounded, and at least 5 million civilians dead from disease, starvation, or exposure. Regrettably, World War I was not the last war. More wars and conflicts followed. More of America's finest treasure, our young men and women, would come to know the tragedy that is war. Let us hope and pray our nation need not send our very best into any more battles.
we sail at break of day through our last night on shore. Drink to the foe until we meet once more. Here's wishing you a happy voyage home. Forced to fight for the right and to build the nation's fight.
Whereas throughout our history, America has been protected by patriots who cherished liberty and made great sacrifices to advance the cause of freedom. The brave members of the United States Armed Forces have answered the call to serve our nation, ready to give all for their country. On Veterans Day, we honor these extraordinary Americans for their service and sacrifice, and we pay tribute to the legacy of freedom and peace that they have given our great nation. And whereas in times of war and peace, our men and women in uniform step forward to defend their fellow citizens and the country they love, they shouldered great responsibility and lived up to the highest standards of duty and honor. Our veterans held fast against determined and ruthless enemies and helped save the world from tyranny and terror.
The U.S. Air Force.
Please sing along.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. America, America.
The city of Papillion, Nebraska is a proud veteran community and holds a deep appreciation for the courage and dedication of the United States Armed Forces. Whereas the Purple Heart is a symbol of exceptional bravery displayed by our nation's military personnel who have been wounded or paid the ultimate sacrifice in combat while defending our freedom. Whereas the mission of the Military Order of the Purple Heart is to foster an environment of goodwill among the combat wounded veteran members and their families, promote patriotism, support legislative initiatives, and most importantly, make sure we never forget. Whereas the City of Papillion has Veterans Park to honor those who have served, including a Gold Star Memorial and an obelisk honoring 3 Papillion residents killed in action. In addition, Papillion is proud to be home of the VA Omaha National Cemetery, the VA Papillion Community Living Center, and soon-to-be completed VA Clinic. Whereas Papillion is partnering with the Nebraska Vietnam Veterans Memorial Foundation to construct and dedicate the Vietnam Veterans Memorial for the state of Nebraska, which will specifically honor the approximate 400 Nebraskans killed in action, including the 4 Nebraskans killed on the USS Frank E. Evans who are not named on the wall in Washington, D.C. Papillion is partnering with the Honor and Remember Nebraska chapter to build a portion of the Nebraska Memorial Forest by planting a grove of 200 trees at the city's Prairie Queen Recreation Area, where each tree is individually dedicated and named for a Nebraska military fallen hero. Whereas the City of Papillion has ceremonially renamed the childhood streets of 2 fallen soldiers from Papillion, honoring those Purple Heart recipients and their families as a tribute for their valor and ultimate sacrifice for our great nation. Whereas the City of Papillion wishes to express its enduring support and gratitude to our Purple Heart recipients and their families, as well as demonstrate our commitment to the principles of freedom and liberty for which they have sacrificed so much. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, David Black, Mayor of the City of Papillion, do hereby proclaim the City of Papillion as a Purple Heart City. Furthermore, I call upon all citizens, businesses, and organizations of the City of Papillion to show their appreciation for the Purple Heart recipients that have defended our freedoms, to acknowledge their sacrifices, and to show them the honor and support they have earned. I'd like to do that to you.